In today's video I'm going to show you a beautiful house in one of the safest towns in Brazil. So this has 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a big open plan living room and dining room, and a very nice garden. And the total size of a house is 340 square meters, which is 3,700 square feet. And the total size of a plot of land is 1,060 square meters, which is 11,400 square feet. And the property is located in a gated community in the town of Canela in Rio Grande do Sul. And this town, and also the town next to it called Gramado, I think are some of the best towns to live in the south of Brazil. They're organized, they're safe, they're affluent, they're very pretty. I guess the only drawback is that they are expensive, and also they are slightly isolated, so it takes between an hour and 2 hours to drive to a nearby big city. And the estate agent selling this property is Bruno Finch from Vetro Imoveis, and I'll leave a link to him in the description below. So let's have a look at this property. So this house is more of a traditional style, which I think is really nice. I mean, these days a lot of properties here in the south of Brazil, they just look like a concrete box or kind of a mini building, which I'm not a big fan of. I prefer the more traditional style. And you can see it's got a very nice front garden as well, with woodland behind it. And that woodland behind it is actually protected, so it's an area of preservation, so that's never going to be cut down. And as you enter the property, there's a small hallway, and then you come into the open plan living room and dining room, which is a really nice big space. You can see it's got lots of big windows and patio doors, which let in a lot of light. And also it's got very nice wooden floors throughout the house. And at the other end there's a very nice fireplace as well. And it's worth mentioning that this property actually has central heating with radiators. So that is not common at all in houses here in Brazil. But up here in Gramado Canela, it does get pretty cold in wintertime. It can get down to -5 degrees, maybe sometimes even a bit colder in wintertime. So actually in these towns there are some properties with radiators. So this is a big plus for the property, that's for sure. But saying that, there's no insulation in the walls, but at least you have central heating. And here you've got some nice patio doors, and just outside you've got a deck with a nice seating area. And here you can see the nice back garden, and the garden stretches until the trees there. And there's actually another deck in the garden a bit further down, where again you can sit and you're even closer to the woodland. And then to the side of the living room there's another room, which is the study. Lots of big windows again, and another patio door which leads out to a balcony. So you've got nice views of the side garden, but then the balcony also stretches to the side here, so you've got nice views of the back garden as well. And I mean, this is really nice. And the fact that this woodland is protected also is really good. So they're not going to be cut down, and one day there's going to be a massive building close to you. And then on the other side, you've got the kitchen. And the kitchen's a good size. I mean, I guess there aren't that many kitchen cabinets and not that much workspace. But you do have this dining kind of breakfast area in the kitchen as well, which is very convenient. And here you've got a wood-burning stove as well. And actually right next to it you can see a small radiator, which is part of the central heating. So the kitchen's nice and simple. And then on the other side there you can see there's more storage. And then actually you've also got a kitchen pantry here to the right as well. So that's very good. And then if we walk down this hallway here you've got 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. So here's the bathroom, which is a good size. It's got nice granite in here. And then to the left you've got a shower and the toilet. So here's the first bedroom, which is a good size. You can fit a double bed in here. And then here's the second bedroom, which is even bigger. And this has balcony doors, which lead out to that balcony we saw earlier. And also you can see here on the balcony, they've also got air conditioning units. So you've got central heating to heat the house, and then air conditioning to cool it in summertime. The house has a second floor, and up here are 2 more bedrooms and another bathroom. So this space here is kind of the hallway which leads into the master bedroom, and they've kind of made it into a TV room. And then this is the master bedroom, which is a very big size, nice windows, you can look out into the back garden. And then it has an ensuite with 2 sinks and granite worktop, which is very nice. And then to the right here is the toilet and the shower. And then to the left here you got a walk-in closet with lots of space. And then if we come back out here there's a second bedroom. And it looks very cozy, I think, with the slanting ceiling. And then finally there's a small basement and garage underneath the house. So let's have a look at that. So this is the basement, which they just use as storage, and they've got 2 big water tanks here which collects rainwater, which you can use in the garden. And then there's a small crawl-in space here as well, which they use as a wine cellar. And then here is the garage and kind of the barbecue area. And then also a utility room here to the left, and then another bathroom. And then also another little room here. And here you can see the barbecue area with a sink and a charcoal barbecue. And so when they have barbecues and friends and family over, they sit here in the garage. And the garage is big enough for 2 cars. And then let's have a look at the back garden. So here's the second deck that I was telling you about. So he can sit under the trees, which I'm sure is really nice in summertime when it's hot. And then the back garden basically ends at the end of this deck. And here you can see the back of the house. It looks much bigger here from the back than it does in the front. And here's the driveway as well. So I mean, the garden isn't the biggest. So like I said, it was 1,060 square meters, which is 11,400 square feet. Usually that's the case in gated communities. The gardens aren't the biggest. But a good thing with the gated community is that, yeah, you get 24-hour security, but there's also a playground and sports facilities in the gated community as well. And in terms of the price of this property, so this property was listed at 6.5 million reais, which is $1.2 million. So that's a lot of money. But then recently they did reduce that price down to 5.8 million reais, which is roughly $1 million. So that's about a 10% reduction. It's still a lot of money. Let's see if it sells. I still think they're maybe asking a bit too much money for this house. And the reason why the price is so high is because, one, it's in Canela, the town of Canela, and also Gramado are one of the most expensive towns in the south of Brazil. And also the fact that the house is in a gated community, and this gated community is near town center. So I mean, you can walk from the property to the town center of Canela in like 15 minutes. So I mean, all of this adds to the price of a property. Now, I personally don't think you need to live in a gated community in Canela. I mean, the town is already very safe. So I mean, you can live very calmly in Canela, just in a normal house on the street. You don't need 24-hour security in a gated community here. And I personally would look for a property a bit further out of Canela Gramado, which would mean prices would be lower, or even look at the neighboring town called São Francisco de Paula. So that's about a 20-minute drive from Canela. So here the properties are significantly cheaper, and also that town also gets a lot less tourists as well, because that's another thing with Gramado and Canela. You get lots of tourists here, and that again can be slightly annoying at times. Okay, so I hope you like this video. I just wanted to show you a really nice property in one of the safest towns in Brazil. But as you can see, if you want a really nice big property here, you're going to have to spend a lot of money. So if you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe. If you've got any questions or anything, leave in the commentary below. So thanks for watching. Until next time.